Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Friday the 22nd. I am in Tampa, Florida today. Spoke at an event, just got done speaking, in fact, and kind of enlightening, opening eyes of, real estate investors that were in the room, as well as people that are selling real estate investments and wrapping their head around the concepts that we talk about here all the time, right? The amortization of the loan, the what you're making off of having a tenant in there paying off the loan. Also, the real dollar value, the value of the dollar and how it's eroding because of inflation, how you're never even paying back what you borrowed. So we got it really deep in the paint on that. A lot of eyes were opened up. A lot of people were like, holy crap, I didn't even think of it that way. And these are people who have been in the industry a long time. What's interesting that I found is the more I talk to people, the more I'm on the road, the more I'm finding there's inventory out there that's not moving. Why is it not moving? It's not moving because of the cash on cash return model. Everybody's like, man, my cash on cash is not that great because interest rates are higher. Because the interest rates being higher, I'm not making as much cash. They're making mistakes out there. They're making a lot of mistakes. And if you're one of those type of people that are in that boat right now, you're thinking, man, I'm not finding anything that's got a good cash on cash return. You need to stop that thinking. Contact me, set up a time, shoot me an email, aaron.chapman@snmc.com. aaron.chapman at Sierra, November, Mike, Charlie.com. Schedule a time. Go to aaronchapman.com. Send us a message. Schedule a time to talk. Let me open up your eyes. If you don't have the Quit Jerking Off investment tool, go to your app store, get the QJO investment tool. Stands for Quit Jerking Off investment tool. Get that before we talk. Let's get on the phone. It might take a little bit to get us on the phone because I've got a lot of back-to-back calls set up about this, so you can see what you're missing by looking at cash on cash return models right now, what opportunities may be slipping out of your hands. There is a lot more inventory out there more than you know that I'm finding. So we need to talk about this. We need to get focused on how we can help you take advantage of it while other people are jerking off and not getting it done because they don't know this. They don't understand what they're missing out on. So let's get to the markets real quick so you guys can see what we are seeing. See here, I have a delay on stuff because of this. Okay, hopefully this is coming up. All right, so what I did is I drew in our ceiling of resistance, our floor of support, because we have broken up above. In this particular point, we have a gap up. We've stayed in this particular channel quite a bit, as you can see, but then we gapped up, which is really interesting because this is really where we were yesterday, 99.77, to had a big jump up to 178. So that's a big jump in a really, really quick move. So that big jump, I don't anticipate to stand there unless it can bounce off of this level. But I think that when we have a gap up like that, the gaps like to close. So end of the week move like this is very rare for us to see. So I'm going to see how this plays out next week. Like I say all the time, if you're in position to lock today because you're in this upper channel rather than the lower channel, I don't know how it's going to ride out. It would be nice to continue to ride in this channel. It would be very, very nice to ride this channel. But we saw last time we got in here, it dipped below it pretty quickly, right? We even had, we had a gap up into it, just like this. Look at this, gap up into it, played in it for a day or so, and then we literally opened really low, climbed up, stayed in it, but then we stayed opening low, opening low, opening low. So this is a powerful pull in here. So whether or not we stay there, look at all these days we stayed in underneath this particular, what is now a support line, it could end up being a more of a stronger resistance line than what we see. So be careful. Well, it's not even be careful because right now we'll just see how this plays out. I don't know that we're seeing any pricing improvement as a result of this because this could be just a head fake like it was here. We're going to get back into this movement. So we'll just see how that plays out. One of the interesting things I see, if I draw a different kind of line in this, a trend line in here, I could see that we're down in this particular type of direction that we could be, I've got too many things popping in my email at the same time. So we could be actually facing this particular type of thing too. So I don't know, but I think we got more support to stay in this lower trend than we do on this upper trend, but it stands to be seen at this point. There's so many different movements that are going on there, not as justified as I think they would be based upon certain metrics and based upon the technicals, but a lot of emotion out there in the market. We're going to see how it all works out, how inflation is going to play this thing out. But I appreciate you guys always watching, hitting the subscribe button. Go back to the website, aaronchapman.com, scroll down to the donate, look about what we've got going on for the OUR. We had some other people jump in and help us out recently. Jess Trader, thank you, buddy, for throwing in. Everybody's thrown in there. It's just people have jumped in there and supported the cause. We're going to keep supporting the cause and keep driving the awareness. And I just appreciate you guys being willing to do the same. I will talk to you guys on Tuesday.